Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another episode of TEW 2020 NXT 2.0 here. As today, we're here on Tuesday, week 1, September 2022. Not a premium live event, but a very special NXT episode here. A special episode of NXT All or Nothing. We've got a stacked card. We've got Toxic Attraction taking on Indy Hartwell and Nikita Lyons. We've got the NXT Tag Titles on the line when Diamond Mine take on Briggs and Jensen. NXT North American Title on the line when Grayson Waller goes head-to-head with Santos Escobar. And, of course, the main event, All or Nothing, well and truly, Cameron Grimes versus Wesley. Cameron Grimes putting all his money on the line versus Wesley's shot at the NXT Championship. One man will walk away with all of it, the money and the shot, and one man will walk away with nothing. Who will it be? Let's start the show and begin to find out. Let's kick things off here with this special episode of NXT All or Nothing. And we kick things off with a video package, as always, and the beautiful voice of Cody Rhodes speaking over it. Cody Rhodes talking about this business, the wrestling business. Week in, week out, superstars putting their bodies on the line. Their bodies on the line, many for different reasons, for money, for fame, for fortune. To have that name, to be called a champion. And tonight, NXT All or Nothing. Championships up for grabs. The titles people have been fighting for years to try and get to them. Can superstars like Briggs and Jensen and Santos Escobar finally achieve those dreams, finally be called champions? And then in the main event, All or Nothing, Grimes and Lee. Grimes' money, Wesley's shot at becoming champion. All or Nothing, it's a gamble, it's a fight, it's a battle, it is NXT. 79, nice little opening video package from Cody Rhodes. As always, our beautiful, handsome American Nightmare hero, Cody Rhodes, general manager here. Lovely kickoff to the show. And then we kick things off properly with the opener between Apollo Crews and Giovanni Vinci. Yeah, they've been having some issues. Vinci beat Crews about a month or so back when Zion Quinn interfered and cost Crews the match, heading into their match at Heatwave. Giovanni Vinci on good form, but then he lost last week in the NXT North American Championship #1 contenders match to Santos Escobar. Apollo Crews telling him earlier in the night that he would lose and then he'd see him next week. And so here we are next week, Apollo Crews versus Giovanni Vinci, and maybe Apollo Crews' words still in Giovanni Vinci's head. Maybe he's still not all there. As in the end here, NXT All or Nothing to kick things off, it is Apollo Crews who picks up the win with a standing moonsault. Beautiful from Crews for 57. 56 Crews, 55 Vinci, pretty well matched in ring. In the end though, Crews does pick up the win. Giovanni Vinci defeated again here at NXT All or Nothing. Then we cut to a little segment featuring Chase U, Andre Bodie and Thea getting ready to go on a Chase U road trip. Bodie, more focused on asking Andre, what is the plan? Where are we going on a road trip to? Chase telling him to not worry about it, He's in charge. This is Chase U, his school. He knows what needs to be done, and just Thea very excited. Well, they're talking back and forth, Bodie asking why they're going on this trip, and then in the background you just have Thea Hale unloading more and more bags into the back of the car, ready for this road trip. She's excited, she's happy, she's ready. 32. Yeah, fun little segment. Chase U road trip inbound. Lovely. Then we have some tag team action. Next up, it is Toxic Attraction, Mandy Rose and Gigi Dolan. JC Jane was meant to be here, but injured, of course, a few weeks back. Taking on Indy Hartwell and Nikita Lyons. I can never tell you which one. I'm going to go Lyons, Nikita Lyons, and Indy Hartwell. And, all four women putting everything into this, wanting to come out on top. Toxic wanting to prove that they are the best. Indy and Nikita wanting to put, Toxic down a peg or two. In the end, Mandy and Nikita fighting it out in the ring. Nikita starts to get the upper hand. Runs out JC Jane. JC Jane very bandaged up from her injury. But, stumbling down the ring, getting onto the apron. Nikita Lyons with a big super kick taking her down. Gigi managing to catch her before she hits the mat and gets hurt too much. But Nikita distracted enough to turn around into Mandy Rose's knee. For the 1, 2, 3, Toxic do come out on top, even with JC injured, playing a part, because of course she does. For 42, nice little match. 45 Indy, 44 Gigi, 41 Mandy, 23 Nikita. Mandy off her game, sadly. What are you going to do? Toxic Attraction do come out on top here. After the match, Rose and Gigi, JC, cheering them on. Rose and Gigi beating up Nikita Lyons in the ring. Indy slides in and starts to fight them off a bit. But the numbers 2-on-1, Rose and Gigi start to overpower Indy as well. When rushes out, Sarai rushes down to the ring, fully transformed, and fights off Gigi and fights off Mandy. They try and use the numbers, but they didn't hurt Indy too much, and she's helping out as well. And Indy and Sarai managed to fend off Toxic Attraction here for a 44. Nice little match, nice little post. Toxic go up the ramp, victorious. But Indy and Nikita seem to have found another ally in their crusade against Toxic Attraction in the form of Sarai. Good. All or nothing. Flying one, going rather well, I would say. As we have another tag team match next up. We have the entrances for the Diamond Mine. Damon Kemp, Roderick Strong, and Tatum Paxley. That's the entire Diamond Mine. No more members. And then also we have the entrances beforehand of Briggs and Jensen, Fallon Henley as well. No numbers advantage going on here, actually. 2v2, each have a manager at ringside as well. 29 for the entrance is very good. NXT Tag Titles on the line. In the end, Diamond Mine versus Briggs and Jensen. It's a good matchup. The crowd behind Briggs and Jensen. We get to it, Strong and Jensen going at it, getting the hot tags. Jensen coming in very hot, fending off Roderick Strong very well. Gets a very close near fall. The match continuing. Jensen going for it. In the end, it is Roderick Strong, though, who manages to plant Jensen with the super double knee gut buster and pick up the win. Diamond Mine retaining their titles. Briggs and Jensen, I always say that. Briggs and Jensen coming up just short. The crowd were behind them. But Roderick Strong's experience here more than anything, perhaps helping him see it out and pick up the win for a 48. Another good match here at All or Nothing. 58 Strong, 48 Briggs, 35 Jensen, 29 Kemp, all doing alright, all doing pretty well here. But yeah, it is Kemp and Strong, the Diamond Mine, who pick up the victory and retain their NXT Tag Titles here at All or Nothing. Then we cut to interview with Carmelo Hayes, your NXT champion, and Trick Williams, of course, by his side. And Kelly Kincaid asks Melo how he's feeling about the main event. Would he rather Lee wins or Grimes wins? What are his thoughts? And Melo laughs, and Melo says that it don't matter who wins. Cameron Grimes, Wesley, I don't care. I don't care which of those men I'm taking on for this championship. Because whichever one it is, the fact remains the same that the A-champ round here is Carmelo Hayes. The man who's going to walk out of that match NXT champion is Carmelo Hayes. So yeah, I'll be watching. Cameron Grimes or Wesley, though it don't matter. Because Melo is NXT. This is his show. This is my show. And so whatever the way I walk out, the same way I walk in, NXT champion. For a 56. Very good on the mic, Melo, isn't he? Very poor when trying to improvise dialogue. That's just false. Melo is money. Then we have another title match, actually. The penultimate match of this evening. We have the entrances of the NXT North American Champion Grayson Waller and Santos Escobar. Santos Escobar accompanied by Cruz del Toro, Joaquin Wilde, and Elektra Lopez. There you go. 52 for the entrances. Very good. Yeah, Waller giving this everything. Escobar managing to pick up the advantage as we head to the end of the match. Escobar setting up, looking good when out rushes Tony and Stacks. Crowbars in hand, sneaking in from the crowd, from behind. Cruz and Joaquin both going down, crowbars to the back. Santos distracted, rushing out of the ring, fighting off Tony and Stacks, and then sliding back in the ring. But Waller managed to get out the ring, and as you see Santos getting in, runs back in, jumps up, and that jumping suplex, stunner for the 1-2-3. The Grayson Waller effects leads Grayson Waller to victory for a 61. 61 Santos Escobar, 50 Grayson Waller. Another very good match. Santos just carrying us to great matches here, isn't he? As Grayson Waller does pick up the win and retain his NXT North American Championship. Another defense for Grayson Waller. Good for him. Well done to Grayson Waller, having a nice little NXT North American title reign so far. isn't he? As he picks up the win, and God, does he celebrate it. Santos coming up short after that interference from Tony D'Angelo and his boy Stacks. Lovely. Then we cut to a video promo segment from Joe Gacy and the Schism. Jagger Reed's there, Rick Fowler's there, and the third, still hooded druid is also there. And Joe Gacy says he wants everyone to feel safe. And now, whilst his friend here might not be ready to show his face to the world, he will allow me to share his story. And he pulls out a piece of paper and he starts reading, and Gacy says that when he was young, his parents always doted after his two brothers. They gave them everything they needed, and they pushed him to the side. And as he grew older, that remained the same. The two golden children of the family and him. And he ended up on his own, out on the streets, fighting to survive. He was pushed to a life of crime, a life of drugs, of drink, and of far, far worse things. He even had to spend some time in prison to help him find a light. And thankfully he found it. He found it in my loving embrace. He found the peace he so longed for in my loving embrace. He found the family he so wanted in my loving embrace. And all of you lost souls can do so too. Because when you have nothing, when you're left all alone, the only way out of it truly, and he extends his arms, is in my loving embrace. For 52, another little good segment from Gacy, doing well here. With Jagger Reed, Rick Fowler, and the third druid. You got some little hints about the third druid there. Leave a comment with who you think it is. We don't have the entrances ready for the main event of Cameron Grimes and Wesley coming out. Then Mello's music hit, and he goes onto that little podium at the top. Wishes both men luck, takes a seat, Trick by his side. For 55, nice. As then it's time for the main event of NXT All or Nothing. It's all or nothing. Cameron Grimes, Wesley. Cameron Grimes' wealth versus Wesley's shot at the NXT Championship. One man walks away with both of those things. One man walks away with nothing. All or nothing. As I keep saying, that is the name of the show, isn't it? Cameron Grimes, Wesley. They put on a banger at NXT Bash at the Beach. Hopefully there'll be another banger here. The main event, Cameron Grimes, Wesley. Both men giving this everything. Grimes hits a cave-in. 2. Lee hits a big aerial move. 2. Both men continue on. Cameron Grimes throws for another cave-in, but Wesley manages to reverse out of it, stay on his feet, big drop kick, Grimes down, top rope, 6:30, 1, 2, 3. Wesley picks up the win. Wesley walks away with all. Wesley walks away with Cameron Grimes' wealth, and he has still got that shot at Carmelo Hayes' NXT Championship. 67, I think that's the best match of the save so far. I'm definitely sure, actually. 63 Lee, 56 Grimes, tearing the house down again. Lee and Grimes, God, they can put on a show, can't they? Another 67, 67. Wesley, still number one contender after the match. Lee, stands on the turnbuckle pointing. Carmelo Hayes goes round his waist. Melo stands to his feet and raises the NXT Championship in the air, points to himself. I'm the A-Champ. This is mine. And then in the background, you just see Cameron Grimes sat in the opposite corner, dejected, in shock. He doesn't know what's gone on, what's happened. He's not got that shot at the NXT Championship, and he's lost everything. For a 58, a happy ending for Wesley. Definitely not a happy ending for Cameron Grimes. Oh, Cameron. But still, a good episode, I think. This should get a good rating, actually. NXT All or Nothing gets a 68. Highest match show of the save so far. Highest match of the show saved so far. Beautiful. A very special episode. All or Nothing. What did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Like I said, let me know who you think the third druid is. I dropped some hints to his identity, and I'd be really interested in who you think is under that hood. Increased up on 55 regions. Good show. I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, why don't you leave a like and subscribe for more to see, the next episode of NXT 2.0 as we head to our next premium live event special, which I think will be Full Brawl, probably, most likely. Main event by Carmelo Hayes and Wesley for the NXT Championship. You won't want to miss it, so do subscribe. Leave a like I said. And most importantly of all, I just want to say, as always, thank you for watching.